Hello there and greetings everybody. I want to welcome you all here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. Sorry, I had a stutter there for a second. I think I swallowed my tongue. Anyways, we're here with episode number, or I guess this is battle number 27 or 28? 28. Battle number 28 from the series we're doing for the month of December, which is Progressive Rock Solo Artist Album Wars. This is the final episode of the quarterfinals. We've had 3 victors already, and this will be the 4th victor. The 2 albums in question. Okay, before we get going, the most important thing is to give you a little bit of information on what we're doing. So, Ben has chose 32 bands. He put them into battles where one album faced another, and then once we got through the first round, which was 16 battles, we then did the second round, which was 8, and now we are on the last battle of the 3rd round, or the quarterfinals. And so we are going to be, after this, we'll be down to 4 bands, which he will put into the semifinals, pitting against each other. And then after that, we have one more episode in which we will do the finals. And my job is to listen to the 2 albums and progressively listen to them. So I'm listening to them each time they go to the next round. I listen to them, and hopefully they grow on me and they make the battle a little bit more interesting. The biggest thing about all this, though, too, is that there's a few albums, especially from people like Adrian Belew, John Anderson, that I didn't know that I would like these albums, so I had just kind of dismissed them and wasn't really interested. But now I know that I do, so now it gives me more albums to look for, is basically what I'm saying. So anyways, the 2 combatants today for this episode are John Anderson's Elias. Oh, sorry, that board is old. Skip that. Today's 2 battles are Alan Holdsworth and his 1985 album Metal Fatigue, and he's up against Mike Rutherford and his 1980 album Small Creeps Day. Mike Rutherford, I did own Acting Very Strange. I never owned this. Probably could have went back and got it, but I liked Acting Very Strange because he actually sang on that album, so I wasn't sure I would like anything without his vocals, so I never went back. But this is a great album. They're both good albums, so talk a little bit about them. The Alan Holdsworth album, as people have been following this know, very jazzy, but does have some progressive, a little bit of progressive rock. I would say it's about 50% jazzy, maybe 25% progressive rock, maybe some 25% jazz fusion. But there's other little bits of element in here too. Also, this album's a little heavier than I would have thought too. Especially the guitar parts. I find he's a very heavy-handed guitar player, but he's so good. The guy really knows how to play an electric guitar, you know. So you'll get guys that you'll often think they're better acoustic guitar players, maybe not as good electric guitar players. But in the case of Alan Holdsworth, it's definitely the other way around, I think. I haven't heard much of his acoustic stuff, so I can't really say, but I know his electric ability is right up there amongst the best, I think. And this album is really good. It's catchy. For a jazz album, I kind of like it. I generally don't like pure jazz albums or albums with a lot of jazz in them, but there are some exceptions. Relayer was an exception, jazz fusion-y, lots of jazz elements to it. It took a very long time, decades, for me to really appreciate the full appreciation of that album, but I do now. I'm hoping this will be another one like that one. And he's up against, of course, Mike Rutherford and his Small Creeps Day, which is a very good album, I think. The vocalist he got, I think, suits the music very well. I think the music is not overly progressive, but pretty strong, pretty heavy in a lot of regards. And I do like this album quite a bit. So it just came down to decide which one I liked more. So generally speaking, I almost always go with rock. I do like Mike Rutherford quite a bit, but Holdsworth is in another dimension when it comes to instrumentation, as far as a lot of the albums in this tournament. And up until I made this video today, I was thinking it would go more towards Mike Rutherford, because I like him, and being a member of Genesis, I like all of them. And I thought he would win this going away, but he didn't. I think that I'm going to go with Holdsworth, Alan Holdsworth. I just think this album just keeps proving me wrong every time I listen to it. I just hear stuff that I think, wow, that is absolutely amazing. So this one is the only one that I changed my mind going into for this battle, and I think I made the right choice here. I think Alan Holdsworth actually will go ahead into the next round. So there you have it. That's the final four: Alan Holdsworth, Peter Gabriel, Rick Wakeman, and Steve Hackett. Those are the remaining four artists and their albums that will go into the quarterfinals. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Progressive Rock Solo Artist Album Wars. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. If you got any comments about any of these artists or anything that we've been talking about in this series, you can put that down below as well. I've had some good comments, lots of good comments. I've had the occasional not so good comment, but that just is life, and that's fine. People don't have to agree with me or don't have to like what I'm doing. It's not mandatory. After all, I'm just another guy who likes his music and likes to talk about it, and I happen to like to do this particular thing as well. So it works out for me, and hopefully it works out for you as well. So please don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified of the content when it comes up. And we will see you tomorrow. This will come out. We'll see you for the next episode. By then, we'll be in the semifinals, down to just the four remaining Progressive Rock Solo artists. So we will see you then. Take care and have a good night. Bye.